taking like a magnesium supplement, like a magnesium what they called, like tablet. And like man, the dreams that I've been having because of it are just insane. Like it's like, oh my God, it's like I'm literally there. It's like I'm living in another like another life every time I go to sleep. So yeah, would recommend trying some magnesium if your sleep isn't too high quality. Um, so yeah, give it a go. But yeah, I think what 9:02. I think we can get started, right? Um, yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to the community call. Thank you for coming. If it's your first time, uh, pleasure to see you. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure joining you again. There's obviously a lot of familiar faces here, which is obviously very, it's great to see. Um, that I see a lot of you coming to most of the AMAs and most of the community calls and whatnot. So, nah, massive, massive thank you for that. Sorry, excuse me. I'm going to start off with a bit of a wholesome segment, a bit of a heartwarming segment for you all. Um, because I'm just going to speak a bit about my experience so far at Initia, um, which it's almost very hard to believe that I've been here not even 1 month, if you can believe it. I've been here maybe 3 weeks. We announced on Saturday the 23rd. So, yeah, 3 weeks. Uh, and I've come to know a lot of you personally now and professionally as well. So I've been having conversations with you either in DMs or in public channels or on Twitter or any of these kind of things. Um, and you've all been very welcoming. You've all been so friendly, so encouraging. And it really does feel like, I'm at home already, which is really nice because, I missed working. I missed being in crypto in this way. I missed growing communities. I missed being part of a startup. So the fact that, I get to do this all over again with such a man, it's just an incredibly exciting opportunity, right? Like we're all here because we think Initiative is going to be something pretty fucking special. And yeah, just the fact that we all get to see this grow together from, just a tiny little idea that Zon and Stan would have had 3 years ago or something to see what it is now. And eventually mainnet and TGE and the DeFi and any of the layer twos that come on top of it. So yeah, it's going to be great. But yeah, just thank you. Thank you for allowing me to settle it. I do have the flu a little. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you can hear me sniffing. I am trying very difficult to avoid it. Um, but but yeah. Sorry, going back to what I was saying. Yeah, you know, just thank you for allowing me to settle in quickly. Um, I've got the best job in the world, right? It's a lot of work and it's very very long hours. Like I said, I've just woken up. I was working until about 1, 2 a.m. yesterday. But I don't say that to ask for sympathy because, okay, there can be times where it feels like a lot of work and there's a lot to do, but none of this work is difficult, you know? Like some of you in here, I'm sure, are doctors or laborers or builders, Like, you're working incredibly hard for the life that you've got. Whereas my entire job is speaking with you guys and enjoying myself, just making sure that all of you are as engaged as possible and enjoying the initial experience pre mainnet, which is going to be even easier post mainnet. So yeah, again, just a massive thank you to everyone here. You've made my life a lot better already, and I'm enjoying every second of being a part of this community. So yeah, big thank you, man. The cult, the initial cult that isn't a cult has it might even be at 1,000 members now. I haven't checked this morning, but we're pretty close, right? We're maybe 50 away, or even have made it by now. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, good. Definitely join it. In fact, let me get a link to it now. Um, where is it? We're 70 members away. God damn. Or 60, sorry, 60 members. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in the voice chat now. You can join the Twitter community there if you haven't already. I kind of expect that most of you already have, to be honest with you. But just in case you haven't, there's the Twitter community that we've made. For those of you that don't really know how that works, it's like a private community where it's a private community where you can like post specifically to that community. So, for example, if all of us here were in this Initia community on Twitter, we can create a post that is just seen by people within that community, which is good for certain things. So, I do kind of want to make a bit of clarity there to some of you in here. So, it can get, if you are an account that isn't dedicated to Initia, it can get very boring to see 1,000 posts about Initia, especially if you are a person that hasn't particularly, let's say one of your friends isn't in Initia yet, and you're bombarding them with post after post after post about it. Eventually, you're going to get either muted, blocked, unfollowed, any of that, right? So it can be useful to do some of the more community Twitter posts and the more wholesome and the more relaxed community posts. You can send them in there. But the ball posts, the research threads, the artwork, any of this kind of thing, definitely what you want to do is as you're posting it to that community, just tick the box in the bottom left, which says share with followers too. So not only does that send it to the private Twitter group that we've got, it sends it to all of your followers as well. So you'll end up getting maximum engagement on it because you're going to get everyone within the Initia community that is in that community, the Twitter community. It's very easy to see your post, and a lot of people are just literally going through it and liking everything, which I would recommend doing, by the way, guys. Just go to the Twitter community, sort by most recent, and just go through it and spend maybe 5 minutes liking a few of the posts, right? Um, would recommend doing it. It does help everyone. Uh, and yeah, I mean, this is the way that we grow Initia, right? The this is working for our bags, so to speak. If we can manage to get as many people to be engaging with Initia content on Twitter, to be creating their own content, which we've seen a lot of this week as well. We've seen a lot of original threads. We've seen a lot of banners. We've seen artwork. We've seen all of it. And this is not easy to get people to do, to persuade people to do. So your engagement kind of makes them feel seen with that. They feel a lot better having spent this time and effort on their content, getting it the likes that it deserves and the attention that it deserves is very important. So yeah, I've been speaking about this a lot now. So I will just, I'll wrap it up there. But keep yapping, man. Is just keep posting. It's so important for Initia going into mainnet. Keep posting. The more posting you can do, the better. I don't know if anyone knows what Kaito AI is, but it's one of those things that you might have seen online where the mind share of CT will it will show you like what people are talking about on crypto Twitter, and um, what are the focuses basically. And the initial mindshare is going up. Like it's going up quite quickly as well because of this community, Twitter community thing, and because of all of the effort that you guys are putting into threads and engaging with all of the various things there as well. So yeah, keep doing it, keep posting, keep engaging, keep going for it, because this is very important to us, to me. And look, I mean, you can see that I'm working hard for it, right? Like, I have never posted this much in my life. I'm tweeting every hour, every 2 hours. It's it's just ridiculous, to be honest with you, but it's working. And if it looks ridiculous but it's working, then we should be doing this as well. Um, yeah, I guess the last thing for me to say then is just like, if you do anything for me today or this week or next week, it's just post on Twitter. I don't care what you post. I don't care what it is, just post. Of course, it would be nice to have original content on there as well. And this is what will get you recognized for the invite only Telegram channel, which actually I'll talk about that a bit now as well. So for those of you that don't know, the opportunity to join the invite only Telegram channel, it comes with a lot of work and effort on your behalf, because you need to get recognized by the members within the group already. So they will vote to allow you into the group based on your contributions. So essentially things like replies under our posts, likes, retweets, quote tweets to push the algorithm, original content like threads, artwork, articles, all of that kind of thing. They will help you to get noticed. But most importantly, don't just copy and paste other threads, because at the moment I'm seeing a lot of time put into threads, which is great, but we end up with 10 or 15 threads describing basically the same thing. And I the first ones were getting a lot of engagement, and now the newer ones aren't. And it can get boring for outsiders to read the same thing a few times, and it might dissuade them from joining afterwards. So what I would recommend, if you are looking to join the invite only Telegram group and you haven't made anything or made any luck so far, then first things first, I will be like personally messaging everyone that DM'd me and just like reviewing your account basically. So any of the content that you posted over the last 7 days, I'll have a look through. I'll see, okay, this can be improved. This, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and all of these things will come together. I can then suggest your name in the group, and we can vote you in basically. So focus on a niche. Focus on a niche would be my big guide, my big suggestion, I guess. Maybe a layer 2 on Initia that nobody's spoken about so far. I know that we've got Shokes isn't here, but he was focusing on Savisha earlier, and now focusing on lunch as well. And these kind of things have actually got him into the group this week. So there were 2 people added to the group this week based on their contributions. The first one was Sakma, who has been very active in the voice chat with me. He's been in here very often. And he's also very active in the Indonesian community as well for quite some time. All round, very good vibes. He's a pleasure to speak to. We occasionally bully him and rip into him, but we have fun with it. And he has been organizing an Indonesian in-person event too. Admittedly, not a lot of it was his doing, and I can see Harfian in here. I wonder if any of the others are as well. But yeah, a lot of work is being put into this Indonesian event, which is fantastic to see. And we'll actually talk about in-person events later on as well. And the other person is Shokes, SH0KES. I'm quite sad that he's not in here actually because I'm going to speak about him a bit. But you may have seen him writing loads of Twitter threads. In fact, I'm going to get his Twitter up so you can see it as well. So this guy here, if you take a look through his feed, you'll probably see it quite quickly. I mean, he definitely talks about other projects as well, so you might need to scroll through a bit to see Initia. But the things that he produces aren't just copy and paste threads that have been put through ChatGPT, because look, they're very obvious to tell when someone has just used AI to do it, right? They've got a personality and a soul to the writing, and there's a lot of effort put into thinking about it and offering his personal opinion and custom graphics and things like this, right? So yeah, the amount of effort shown by him really this week and in other weeks as well this is the reason that he's been added, and given those reasons, given the reasons that he's maybe created 4 or 5 threads this week alone, very high quality, very good stuff. He's also been interacting with like the main Initia team tweets as well, which has got him recognized and noticed. I sent his handle to Zon, who said, "Yeah, I've been seeing him everywhere. Really good idea." And given all of those reasons as well, he will also be our initiate of the week for this week, for his outstanding work, for just the contributions to the community. So yeah, please just join me in congratulating Shokes. If you could actually go to his Twitter that I link now, I'll link it again, and just maybe write a comment underneath an initial post and just give him a round of applause, give him his congratulations. I'll make sure that we let him know as well. But yeah, he's just been doing super good work, and I really appreciate him for it. Finally, I said that we'd speak about the regional groups a little bit. Now, to me, this is very important that we overhaul this, right? Because, so I'm just gonna mute the background noise, people. Yeah. So yeah, it's important to me that we overhaul it, because currently a lot of those groups are quite vacant or have very little activity, or not nearly as much as I want anyway. And this is a problem, because if you are not a native English speaker, then trying to join conversations in English is very difficult, and it could dissuade you from taking part. And therefore, you no longer feel at home at Initia. This will be challenging, but it will also be changing from now going forwards, with a new regional manager role that will be announced next week as part of a big campaign that is soon to be unveiled. Actually, yeah, God, I can't speak about it because it is just going to be announced next week. But the campaign next week is very exciting. I think you're going to enjoy it a lot. A lot of time has been spent into coordinating this and making it very, very engaging for all of you. So definitely look out for that on Monday. There's going to be some big stuff coming out from the Initia team, from the Initia bros. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. I realize that isn't zero alpha in there, but I don't want to lose my job. So you're gonna have to deal with that. But yes, as part of this new campaign, sorry, let me get a drink. Yeah, as part of the new campaign, we're going to be announcing the roles that I've spoken about in the past before. If you haven't heard of the roles, it's Initiate of the Week. It's just one person that within the last 7 days has really stood out to me as like outstanding within the community. The other one is going to be Yappa, which is someone that consistently is in these live events, is coming into the voice chat, is um, you know, encouraging other people to come into the voice chat as well. Maybe just even playing poker with the guys in voice chat, right? Just yapping. Yapping is important, and we want to encourage it. So yapper role, and then the final role is regional manager, which is obviously what I'm talking about now, right? So as a regional manager, your entire role would be organizing events, whether that be in person, like offline events. So you rent out a venue, you get some merchandise to go and give out. You get some money behind the bar for food and drinks, and you maybe do a presentation on Initia, or even just running offline events like a poker event or like a Tetris event, which we're going to do next week. These things all help to like build a community in your regional area, right? And it encourages people to speak with each other in especially their native language and build these relationships and build up the confidence and like the encouragement to then take part in conversations within the main Discord as well. And that's the goal of this, right? Is to make sure that everyone can feel welcome and at home at Anisha, where perhaps they couldn't if they didn't have confidence to speak with someone that they knew before. So I do actually have a few people in this call who will definitely be getting this role should they be successful with their endeavors. I know Pratik is speaking in the chat right now as well. He has been helping to organize an event in India, which we've been rolling with the last couple of days or so. He's been very instrumental in making that happen. So I really appreciate your work, my friend. And once or if we make that happen, then you can be sure that one, that role will be yours, but we'll also pay you for your time, because hosting an event and organizing all of this kind of thing isn't easy, right? So you should be incentivized for your time, no problem. We've also got Bai in here, Bai.init, who is also a moderator and also just a bit of a legend. They are going to be organizing an event in China for us. They've already sort of put out the details and made sure all of that is organized. The venue's beautiful, the plan is perfect, and yeah, just very, very happy to see that. Suckman's here. Bro, you missed my segment. I was speaking about you for like, what, 30 seconds? You missed it, bro. I was glazing. Yes. So yeah, Bai, China, Pratik, India, Kira, Russia, Alfian, Indonesia. Who else have we got in here? Okay, we don't have one of the Turkey bros. There is someone for Turkish community as well. Can we organize something in Ukraine? So look, the truth of the matter is, Initia isn't organizing any of this, and that's what I want to. That's it's a good question, and it's something that allows me to sort of expand on this. Initia isn't organizing any of these events. The community members are. So if you want an event to happen in your country, come up with an idea for it, come up with a proposal for it, a cost breakdown, find the venue, find how you're going to do some marketing for it, how are you going to host it, that kind of thing. And once that's done, I can review it. I'll help you and support you through that process and help you find the venue and the right places to look and that kind of thing. And then obviously Anisha can pay for the venue as well. So we'll pay for sorry, good boy, I don't have access to the tickets, my friend, so I won't be able to do that. But yeah, we're looking at a lot of events and they're going to be happening very, very shortly, which is obviously very exciting. And I think it will help a lot to bring us all together So these regional managers and regional channels in the Discord are going to be, we're going to be cooking, man. We're going to be cooking. And I hope that you have noticed or at least seen an uptake in engagement and just activities and things to do within Initia. I hope that's the case. It's something that I've been working pretty hard on. So yeah, good boy. If you just send me a DM, my friend, or maybe just add me as I've just added you as a friend. So add me as a friend and send me a DM on Discord, and we'll have a chat about it. Gonna take a drink. 1 sec. In the mornings, I might as well just be a coffee milkshake, to be honest with you. But I like to get a bit of my protein in quite early with a pint of milk. So what I do is I'll pour a shot of coffee, like an espresso shot, into a pint of milk with like a bit of a flavoring. So it's literally just a coffee milkshake, but man, like just starting the day with that, you feel like a king. You literally feel like a king. Cry post. KP, thanks for following my work about Initia on Twitter. This is a good thing to actually mention as well. I promise you, the amount of DMs that I'm getting at the moment is absurd, but B, just the amount of Initia content that is going through the timeline and going through my notifications and blah blah. My phone is blowing up every time I open Twitter. So this is a good thing, obviously. It's an amazing thing and what an accomplishment for the community. But I've noticed quite a few people now being like, KP, can you answer my DM? Or KP, you missed my Twitter post, or you missed this thing that I've spent a lot of time working on. And look, I completely understand why. You've spent a lot of time either coming up with this message to ask me in the DM or spent so much time on a thread that I've then not noticed, and you want me to notice it. And that's fine, man. That's absolutely fine. Please just DM it to me. If you DM me a link of any of the content that you've made, I will engage with it. If you just tag me in it, or if you just post it into the Twitter ethos, I might miss it. I might miss it, right? Like it's just very difficult to see everything, and I'm in a lot of places at once at the minute. So yeah, it can be very difficult to make it all work. But yeah, I'm glad that everyone is contributing and making such an effort on this. I used to get maybe 10, 15,000 interactions a day during my peak of Kujira. This is a good story, actually. I think this will help you to see how big the Initia community is, right? So during the peak of Kujira engagement, which is who I used to work for, we'd gone from about a 50-cent coin to a $4 coin, a $5 coin. So that's like a 10x, right? So you can imagine after a 10x, the engagement is through the roof. Like people are just speaking about Kujira 24/7, blah, 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 blah. During my peak at Kujira, within 3 months, I made like 5 million interactions. So that's, what's that? Like 1.5 million a month. So you're probably looking at 50,000 interactions a day, right? Currently, at Initia, I am getting about 45,000 a day. So not only is this a community without a token, without mainnet, without products on mainnet. Do you know how impressive that is, right? Like there's so many people here dedicated and willing and contributing and engaging and just loving the vibe that has been created here rather than any sort of financial gain that they can gain from it. That's so impressive. And you can just imagine how big this is going to grow once mainnet comes out, once all of CT gets to see all of the things that we're seeing, because we're early. And like I know a lot of people say that, but we genuinely are. I am quite, I have reach outside of Initia. I have reach in CT, Whenever I'm speaking to people about Initia, I know a lot of people are sort of like, I've never even heard of it before. What is it? So there's a lot for us to do. There's a lot of growth for us to see. And it all starts with obviously you guys and the interactions and the engagement that you guys have been putting through Twitter in a minute. So yeah, just again, I guess we've already spoken about it, but you're killing it, absolutely killing it. Um, and I'm enjoying every second of just going through Twitter and seeing what you guys are producing. That is kind of it, I guess, for for like the Initia related stuff. Um, I mean, make sure that we have a AMA next Friday with Blackwing. That's going to be fun. We'll go through a little product demonstration. We've got a whiteboarding session Monday, the 23rd. Yes, Blackwing. Blackwing. But I think we're going to have a Tetris event on Thursday next week with a few rewards in it, which will be good. And I will probably organise another thing for the weekend as well. But the reason there isn't anything from sort of Monday to Thursday is actually because I am going to Norway. I'm flying to Norway on Monday and I come back on Thursday. I'll still be on Twitter and I'll still be speaking to the guys. I'll still be on Twitter 24/7, no doubt as well. But yeah, going to Norway for a few days to just get away and enjoy some of the winter here. Enjoy the Christmas spirit. I've never been to Norway as well, actually. The only place that I have been to that is nearby is Sweden. I've been to Stockholm in Sweden. That is fucking fun, man. Like they're just great cities. Like Nordic, what are they called? Scandinavia. Scandinavian countries are just incredible. Come to Asia. I've been to Asia literally like 5 times this year. It's actually kind of crazy. Right, whoa, speaking of Asia, my brother, for those of you that don't know, lives in Shanghai, lives in China. He flies back today. He's actually on the flight now. I've got to go pick him up in about 9 hours now, 10 hours. So I'm gonna go pick him up from the airport. I after this call, I've got a very busy day today, man. A very, very busy day. So I'll run you through it. It's 9 a.m. now or 9:30. I'll finish this call in about 15, 20 minutes. I then need to drive immediately to the physio because obviously I don't know if all of you would have seen, but I've torn my hamstring. Like, how on earth do you tear your hamstring? I've got no idea how that even happened. I've never done anything like that in my life, really. I've broken a finger, I've broken a nose, I've broken a toe, but never anything like pretty bad. Whereas this is just insanely painful. And like she's doing this, the ultrasound, which is just a thing it's like an X-ray, right? An X-ray for your legs. And she's showing me the muscle. So imagine you're looking at your legs right now, looking down at your legs, the underside of it. So not the thigh, the bit at the bottom. That's probably about what, 20 centimeters, 30 centimeters long. She's going over it with this ultrasound machine and just showing me it. And I promise you, half of that muscle, this 30 centimeter muscle, half of it is just torn in half. And I remember just looking at her like, that doesn't look very good, is it? Surely that's not great, right? And she's just she's just looking at me like, oh boy, how do I tell him? How do I tell him? So yeah, going to the physio today. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, going to the physio in about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. They're gonna give me this thing called K laser, which apparently like they shoot a laser at you, and and apparently that helps with recovery. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just trusting them. It's not cheap either. It's fucking £100 every time, which is like $120, 120 USDC every time I want to get this laser treatment. So they're killing me with it, absolutely killing me. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to pay that, which will be fine. Is what it is. You know what's money if you don't spend it on taking care of yourself? Um, you know, there's certainly way worse things to spend your money on than making sure you're fit, making sure you're healthy, um, and taking care of yourself. We'll take care of your family as well. So my family, their dishwasher broke this week, and they've been pretty pretty stressed about it because they've been spending a lot of money this year. But I bought them a new dishwasher, which is a very big accomplishment for me. I'm very proud of myself that I could do that for my family. And I kind of want to encourage all of you to do something similar like that. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, look, a dishwasher is quite a lot of money, right? I'm not saying everyone go and spend £500 on their family, but you know, after all, it is Christmas, and wealth is nothing without giving to other people as well. So, if you do anything this week, well, if you do two things this week, first thing, join the bloody Twitter cult. But if you've already joined the Twitter cult, then do something nice for someone else, man. Do something nice for your family. Do something nice for your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. Get something nice for them. Get them dinner. Make them dinner. Tidy the house, or send them some money, or just do something nice for them. Because you never know, man. You're not gonna have your parents forever. Is what I would say. And if some of you are here that have already lost their parents, I'm very sorry to hear that. And you know, I completely understand that. You know, you'll understand what I'm getting at, where you know you got to cherish them while they're here. So make sure you do something nice for your parents. Tell them you love them. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's it. Things to do for the week. Too right, All Star. Too right. Oh, number three is listen to All Star singing back from the karaoke the other day. Bro, that was so good. That was so much fun. I honestly, all right, truthfully, I'm gonna be deadly honest with you guys, right? I'm gonna be deadly honest. Deadly honest. I thought that event was gonna suck. I thought that event was gonna be so shit. Just because I thought everyone was gonna be a bit awkward about it. I thought everyone was gonna just sit there and do maybe 5 seconds of singing and feel very awkward about it. And then after the first person or second person was very awkward about it, everyone else would run off. No one wants to sing anymore, and we just bin the fucking event off. But bro, people went for it. Absolutely went for it. That Randy dude, I mean, look, he might not have been a better singer than, was it Kuzma and Zella, but that Randy dude was killing me, man. Like it was so good. It was so good. There's something about why do you Southeast Asians love karaoke? What is it about karaoke that makes you just like go insane? It just goes insane. You just love it. I was in South Korea recently, and they've got like bars dedicated to just karaoke sessions as well. So it must run in the genes. It's in the blood of you Asians. No, I loved it. I genuinely, it was so funny. It was so much fun, and we'll definitely do that again. Definitely. Um, yeah, I've got massively sidetracked. I was telling you about what I'm doing today. So yeah, after physio, I'm then going to the Arsenal game, which is going to be a banger. Arsenal Everton at the Emirates. Got to get there for 3 o'clock. Probably leave there about 5. Take your bets on who you think's going to win. If it's not Arsenal, I probably won't see you again today. I'll just be hiding in shame and embarrassment. And yeah, after the game, got to go straight from the game to the airport, pick up my brother, pick up my niece. Sorry, nephew. I know why I said niece. And yeah, got the whole family back together for Christmas. What's everyone's plans for Christmas? Do you guys have Christmas at home with your family, or would you have it on your own? Do you have it with your partner? You know, what do you guys do for Christmas? Let me know. Because for me, we're getting the whole family over. Well, I say the whole family. It's just me, my brother, my sister, their 2 boys, and then yeah, my mum and dad as well. Will there be a summary of the community call? To be honest with you, for this one, no. For this one, no. Like we haven't spoken about anything in terms of alpha. This is just vibes, right? It's just coming in here, enjoying your time, having a little chill start to the weekend, and getting to know me better, which again I think is important, right? Because you guys will probably never meet me in person. So the only other way that you can get to know me personally and the person behind KP, like my real personality, is through just listening to me speak, and listen to the things that I'm doing day to day and the things that I'm getting up to, that kind of thing. So yeah, we're gonna be chilling. We're gonna be chilling. You missed half of it. I'll be honest, bro. You didn't miss anything. I mean, I basically just said that like we're doing a really good job on Twitter right now because the mind share is going up, and to be honest with you, everyone that I've spoken to as well has been like, wow, like Initia activity is definitely moving up, definitely is. We should definitely be pushing that community link as well, actually. Oh, bro, I literally just I open Twitter and the first thing that I see is join the community call. K Perugi's voice is very attractive. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about this. I seriously don't know how to feel about it. I had a meeting with Zon yesterday. Don't fucking oh yeah, I had a meeting with Zon yesterday, and he had seen all of the comments as well. And the first thing that he said was, "Man, you do actually have quite a nice voice. It's very soothing." I was like, "Oh, thanks." It's one of those like very awkward conversation, like compliments to take. You know, if someone says, "Oh, you look very nice today," it's like, "Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that." Oh, KP, you've got a very nice and attractive voice. Like, what? What the fuck do I say? Do you know who else has a very attractive voice, actually? Sakma. When he's speaking English, like, oh, just, it really does go. It gets the girls going, that's for sure. It gets the girls going. Um, what else can we talk about? We've got about 5 minutes left. Oh, Sakma's typing. He's gonna moan that I'm bullying him again. Sakma, what is your actual not your actual name? I'm not asking for your real life name, but what have you just always been known as Sakma, or have you had another name before? Because I've just been calling him Sakma, and it's a bit of a crazy name to call someone. Sakma is my real name. Nice, bro. I'm glad it is because otherwise I would have just been just been toasting you. What a name. What a name. Where are you from? Like what part of Indonesia? Javanese. I've actually never heard of that. Oh, East. Oh, of course. Of course. I've never been to Indonesia. I have never been. I do want to go. Obviously, look, the obvious one is Bali, right? Everyone goes to Bali, especially if you're a crypto bro. But I kind of feel bad going to Bali and not going with my girlfriend, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Because like I don't know, Bali just seems like a if you're not going with the girl, then you're going there to beach clubs and you're going there to like backpackers fucking pubs and spots like that, and you're gonna meet girls there, right? And like I would feel awful if my girl was just sat at home waiting for it. Oh, that's not me singing, is it? I'm gonna,
Let's go,
oh,
kid.
it is. Fuck. Fuck's sake. KP voice. I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. I just, yeah. I've got to run with it now. Really, there's no, there's no fight in it. Should I did a tweet the other day that I'd read bedtime stories. So maybe I'll read you a bedtime story before we go. Do you like the? Do you prefer? This is a good question. Do you prefer the British accent, like my accent, or the American accent? I don't know who has an American accent. I guess Zon kind of does, but he's got a Canadian twang. British is better. Nice. Yeah, good. Harry Potter. Yeah, Mister is very American. You're right. he is. He is very American. He's a good lad though. I fucking love that guy. The T is silent everywhere, unless you're actually saying tea. Bottle of water. What else is there? Harry Potter. Butter. Do you even know what butter is? Butter is butter, like butter on toast. Genuinely, if I was to say, "George, do you want toast with butter?" Butter. Or governor. I learned specifically British English in school, but used to watch many American content. Yeah, it's true actually. I think a lot of people learn a lot of their English from American TV, which I've found. So I don't know what it is. Greek Cypriots or just Cypriots in general. Like I have an affiliation to them. It's so strange. Like so my girlfriend is Greek Cypriot. My godparents are Greek Cypriot. When I went to university, I was the only white guy in a group of like 5 Greek Cypriots. Like I can't explain it, but they all learn their English from American TV as well. So you've got all of these Greek people, Greek Cypriots, who have lived in Europe their entire life with American accents, and it's like, God, what a weird mix. Like, what is going on here? Maybe I am. There is actually there's a really great Greek spot near me called Alexander the Great. Fucking unbelievable food. I love Greek food. I don't know about you lot, but Greece and Cyprus is a vibe, man. That Mediterranean diet, so good. Butter. We'll take a drink. You guys should definitely go to Cyprus at some point. I would recommend it if you live nearby or if you're in the nearby area. Take a little trip to Cyprus, have some fun with it. That's a good conversation actually. I can talk about like, my favorite holidays so far. Because obviously I'm incredibly privileged that like my job doesn't need me to be in one place. So obviously I'm going to Norway on Monday, but I can still continue to do my job. But two, like look, no one can escape it. Crypto is pretty fucking good for making you some money to go on holiday, right? um, so what would I say is my favorite? My favorite holiday that not necessarily would recommend to you guys as well. But I've been to Koh Samui, which is an island on Thailand, and I treated my dad to this just unbelievable villa. Like it would be the nicest place that I ever stay in. Um, and me and my brother went halves on it, and it was really good. Really chill vibes. Fucking unbelievable island. Weather's fantastic. The food in Thailand is incredible as well. So that was really good. But if I, do you know what? If I was to recommend one city, I probably would recommend Rome, like Rome in Italy. that is just such a vibe. The food in Italy is top tier. The culture in Italy is great. The drinks are great. The beers are lovely. The weather's pretty good as well. Like it's quite hot out there. You wouldn't want to go in the depths of summer. Um, the history of Rome is so sick. Like obviously the Romans are so interesting, and they've got a lot of culture and a lot of history behind that. Have I been to Mallorca? No, I've been to Alicante. I've been to Alicante. I've been to Barcelona. I love Barcelona. Barcelona is incredible. Very, very nice city. My friend lived in Madrid for 3 months, so I've been to Madrid as well. Um, so I think those are the three places that I've been in Spain, actually. I would really like to go to Sevilla or Seville. I think that'd be really nice. Me and my girlfriend want to go there at some point. It's quite expensive, though, I've found. It's really expensive. Um, but, you know, what can you do? This is Europe, I'm afraid. Europe is quite expensive. Then there is me who has never been on a plane. Well, my friend, we will make that happen, won't we? We will make that happen. I mean, look, it kind of depends where you live as well, right? Like, it's very normal for Europeans to travel. Whereas if you're in America, you stay in America. If you're in Asia, why the hell would you fucking leave your beautiful country, right? Like you just we come to your countries because we like your country so much. Why would you come to mine? A lot of beautiful girl in Thailand. I can't argue with that. But if your luck is bad, it's still yeah. Too right, too right. KP, have you been to Kiev? I have not been to Kiev. I definitely would though. I would love to go to Ukraine at one point. The closest that I've been is to Poland. I went to Krakow. It was one of my first ever holidays. Um, Poland is great. I love Poland. I actually went to Poland a couple of weeks after, unfortunately, that the war started. So I met a lot of Ukrainian people because a lot of the Ukrainians have gone to Poland, right? And oh wow, it's Ukrainian people are lovely. I'm yet to meet a Ukrainian person that I'm not, I wouldn't speak to afterwards. Krakow is beautiful. So do you know what? I didn't expect much of it. So you never really hear someone go, "Oh, I'm so excited for my holiday to Poland," right? But it was so good. It was incredible. Would recommend it. Are the myths about Japanese MILFs true? That is a crazy question. Um, how the fuck do I answer that? I've never been to Japan, so I guess that is my. I am one of those Polish Ukrainians, if I can say that. Yeah, bro. When we went over there was quite a few. But do you know what? The thing that I liked about it was that like you guys assimilate into the cultures quite quickly. So you're not look. You could be proud to be Ukrainian, and you should be, right? But if you're in another country, then you should respect their rules and respect their culture and respect their ideologies and so on and so forth, right? And I found that a lot of Ukrainians were very happy to do that. They're very happy to try and learn some Polish. They're very happy to work jobs in Poland. Like a lot of them were bartenders and bar staff and that kind of thing. So yeah, a lot of respect, loads of respect for Ukrainians and indeed for Polish people as well. In Krakow for a few days last weekend. Yeah, what a city, man. What a city.
Üç hesapta yaptım. Ne zaman bitmiş? 14 Ağustos'ta bitti.
Okay, we've got a few more minutes. But who is that? Oh, yeah. Mute. We've got a few more minutes here. So I'll wrap things up. If you've got any questions for me, send them in now. We're mainnet. Fuck off. Zakapane reminds me of, or Zakapane, I have no idea how to say that, but what's the is it Zapikenka or something like that? The little pizza thing in in Poland. Zapikenka, is that it? Zapi Kanki, something like that. Oh, so fucking good. So good. How do I say that? Is it Zakapane? Zakapani. Zaka Zakapanea. Ah, let me have a look. This is Zakapane town in Poland. Whoa, that looks nuts. Holy shit. Holy shit, that looks sick. That looks sick. Where is that? How? It's quite close to Slovakia. How the hell do you get there though? Surely it's not that near to Krakow, is it? It was like a 4-hour drive. How long's the drive? Few hours. Whoa, I don't know about that, man. Fucking hate drives. We for Oktoberfest. I went to Oktoberfest this year, and we flew into Stuttgart instead of Munich, and oh, that first night was probably the heaviest night of drinking in my life because we had the Arsenal PSG game. So it was a Champions League game, massive, like massive game. Land in Stuttgart. We've been drinking since 5 in the morning, right? So you get to the airport at 5 a.m. drinking pints. You've got 3 or 4 before you even get on the plane. Get on the plane and they're giving you free beers as well. So we touch down and I'm already pretty drunk. Going through passport. Go have lunch, still drinking. Go to the game afterwards. This is like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., still drinking. And then after the game, my mate, I don't know how he, you know when you're drunk and you just accept whatever challenges get thrown at you. He goes, yeah, cool. Last person to down their pint has to do 10 shots. And obviously I'm like, nah, don't be ridiculous. I'm not doing 10 shots. But anyway, we do the game. I lose. I end up doing 5 in a row of just straight vodka. Felt fine for maybe like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. After that is just a blur, an absolute blur. I don't know how we got home. Apparently my mates were like, put me into bed. They were like, oh, okay, we should probably take his clothes off so that you can sleep better. Apparently they're trying to take my jeans off and I'm like pushing them away and kicking them away and shit. Just couldn't do it. So just went to sleep in my jeans, in all of my clothes. That was fun. And then the next morning we had to wake up like 3 hours later to get on this like 6 hour drive to fucking Munich. So yeah, that was good times. Anyway, see you guys. I need to go. Yeah. So I need to get out of here. I need to go to my physio appointment. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for chilling. Thank you everyone for vibing. Thank you everyone for just being good people. Lots of love. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for taking the time out of your day for coming. I do these every week. I'll be here at the same time next week. We don't necessarily chat about anything. We just good vibes, good chilling. There you go. Thanks everyone for coming. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. God bless. And take it easy, everyone. Oh, and thank you, bad friend. How dare I forget him? The main man himself, who I ruined his set last night by ending the stream too early. So yeah, thank you, my friend. Thank you as always. You are a legend.